Why will I say that Pogba's issues were to some degree self-inflicted? The moment you start having issues with people in your inner circle, you should know that you are playing with fire.
Hello there, welcome to my MYBET.AFRICA. My name is Nana Kwame. I'm here with the usual suspects, Vincent, the system boy. Benedict also is here looking all dapper, and of course, Mandem like Francis is here. Today on Sports Arena, we are going to treat very delicate issues on the show. I mean, from Pogba serving the 4-year ban, which he claims to want to appeal. Of course, we're going to talk about the coach of the moment. No, it's not Pep. I'm talking about Xabi Alonso, 34 games unbeaten in all competitions, I assume. And of course, one more conversation that everybody who is a La Liga fan, who's a Madrid fan, who's a football fan has been talking about. The controversial game between Valencia and Real Madrid over the weekend that ended 2-2 in a controversial way, with Jude Bellingham finally getting sent off on the game or during the game. Welcome, gentlemen.
Nice
system well, last week we see for you were checking the system.
Oh yeah, then I did inside. Wow.
Great. Now, before I started to get the conversation, this two of you were arguing about Pogba and his 4-year ban and all the issues and all the inconvenience around it. I know for a fact that he's been served a 4-year ban, and I also saw from his statement that he plans to appeal.
Yeah.
We have similar issues from Onana, who also served an 8 months ban. It was initially 1 year, but it was reducted to 8 months. Let's delve into that issue.
And even in the past, Chelsea used to have a player, Adrian Mutu.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. So Vincent, let me start with you. Since you were the truant here, you didn't come last week. Let me hear your take on this particular.
Well, I think this issue is very sad for some of us who like Pogba. And you see, if he's going to serve that 4 years, it means after serving the 4 years, it's going to be 34 years. And the question is he going to retire or is he still going to play for Juventus? And by that time, I think that Juventus contract will end in 2026. And this time around, I'm hearing since the provisional suspension, Juventus have not been paying his wages since he's not been training. So, I mean, a lot of things are also in Pogba, in life right now. That extortion, some cost of France. Still, the investigation is ongoing. Involved. So I think Pogba, he has to be strong. But with the issue, that was how doping test go. Say doping test after the game, they just randomly then they pick some players, whether you're on the bench or whether you played or something. No matter. So after Juventus' first game against Udinese, and test. That game, he was an unused substitute in that game. He didn't even play, but they called him for the doping test. And a fans out say or tested positive to testosterone. So initially they almost suspended him in September. That was when the beast sample and almost suspended Paul Pogba in September. So he's been serving the ban until now. So say the final verdict in the back court in and out. But according to the team, after the verdict at Juventus for announced because in the last season, Pogba was struggling with knee injury, hamstring, and also knee surgery. So he was about to, get into the season proper. This season, only 2 matches spent at Juventus before the provisional suspension. And it looks like Paul Pogba visited a doctor in the United States because he said during the season break, US are now or you trade that. So the doctor now Okoshan or US prescribe like some dietary rotation we're taking some supplements. So that supplements now Pogba is taking illegal or Italy or doping code. So that is why I'm gonna test. But then with the standard world anti-doping code, the standard banana punishment in 4 years. So that is a standard punishment of Pogba. But so if you are able to prove the board and the court say it wasn't intentional, and now say a journal taking illegal or reducing according to how you are going to provide the evidence, say it wasn't intentional, and you helping the court and the anti-doping body doing the investigation. So that is what right now Pogba wants to do. But right now, case in that so called so on to me emekasa. So once he's free, obey me appeal. So I think say very sad, but with the reviews are every in the team, any people closer to the management in the kind of team say he didn't know say supplements, no, because we know it. I mean, we've been seeing a lot of players taking supplements day in day out. Some of the players protein shakes now that, so he didn't know, say, and I don't think say even say when him say a donor supplements now doctor na prescribe man or no ma e be na tested positive and be na o man ban na me sure say or be join. So I mean Pogba is a world class player. He doesn't need to, I mean, he needs to obenu me drew as no wait more ball. So I think I will say omutimi na bibia, but I mean 4 years there. Let's say Pogba or retire, because even for the last since Oko United, Nehemiah Bisibasa, this is the player sometimes who was the most expensive player. Now United our Cotonou team say there. So I'm hoping say maybe they can he can appeal them, maybe they can reduce the ban for him. Right now there, once our tested positive, you know, ban. I mean Onana was banned for a year, 8 months. He came back with free Ayas Echo Inter Milan, went to the Champions League final, won the best goalkeeper. So I mean, even after this suspension, Pogba can, I mean, become great again. So yeah.
Okay, for the benefit of those who haven't seen his statement, let me just quickly read this for you. He says, I've been informed of the Tribunal Nacional Anti-Doping's decision and believe that the verdict is incorrect. I'm sad, shocked, heartbroken that everything that I have built in my professional playing career has been taken away from me. When I'm free of legal restrictions, the full story will become clear. But I have never knowingly or deliberately taking any supplements that violate anti-doping regulations. So this is what Pogba says, and he definitely will go into contest. Let me come to you, Francis. What's your take on this particular issue?
Well, you know, when it comes to Paul Pogba, it's self-inflicted. Sometimes that's how I see this thing. This is a young chap that won the Under-20 World Cup, played for Manchester, went to Juventus, became one of the best central midfielders. His partnership with Andrea Pirlo won Juventus the Scudetto on countless occasions. Manchester thought it wise to reinvest back in him under Jose Mourinho when they were looking out for a central midfielder. Bought him, like he said, in excess of 90 million, thereby making him one of the most expensive players ever in history. He came to Manchester. In the first season, something worked, but in the subsequent seasons, things went sour. With Jose Mourinho, Mourinho got fired. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer came, he never rediscovered his best form, and when his contract finally came to an end, Manchester decided to allow him to walk away on the free transfer window. His former club, Juventus, took him back, and ever since they took him back, they never got the Pogba that they thought they were getting. His wages were up there, but the football-wise, he can't just stay fit. Why will I say that Pogba's issues were to some degree self-inflicted? You know, the moment you start having issues with people in your inner circle, you should know that you are playing with fire. If you know Pogba very well, you know that his immediate elder brother does a whole lot of stuff for him. That guy came with some damning accusations against Paul Pogba. He accused him of using black juju on Kylian Mbappe because Pogba wanted to be the face of the French national team. He advised Mbappe to stay away from Pogba because Pogba doesn't like him like the way he thinks. Secondly, he said he has been the one handling the spiritual issues of Paul Pogba in Guinea. They've gone to see witch doctors to protect Pogba and let him shine. Because of those spirits, that's how come Pogba got some lucrative contracts. But Pogba has not been able to fulfill his part of the bargain towards them. So even the witch doctor in question even pronounced cases on Pogba and said his career will come abruptly to an end. And his senior brother also said that Pogba's career is never going to rise again. It was always going to dwindle. And ever since the guy said those things on record, Pogba's career has gone haywire. He's struggling to put his career back on point. So when I heard all these things, I said, is there something true in this? Should we link it up? Because in this part of our world, we link all those things up, make no mistake. Pogba himself, his lifestyle as a footballer has always been questioned by Jose Mourinho. Has always been questioned by Sir Alex Ferguson. Has always been questioned by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So if you look at him, you could tell that he has something in him. Until he's able to put his career back on point. Now, like he said, 34 years, 4 years away from competitive football. Trust me, it will be extremely difficult for Pogba to come back into the game. 4 years away from competitive football. That's the end of his career. If they will limit the ban, fine. But if it will take him 4 years, he can't come back into football.
Well, that's unfortunate. Benedict, let's hear you.
So with Pogba's issue, looking at he was one of the finest player when it comes to the EPL. Even we seen De Bruyne and some of the top midfielders, he was performing well. There were games he came in.
Enzo.
I see Enzo, one of the best players in the.
No. So far as you mentioned Enzo, did you see the video when he was on the terrace to take the Carabao Cup losers
Enzo in the Beno by.
Oh, yeah, twas. Yeah,
Can you just repeat what the Liverpool fans said to you?
Campeón del mundo.
With the lie.
So he was on record. I think on record, if I don't know well with the history, he was one of the players who had 4 assists before De Bruyne even did against Luton Town. So he was one of the finest players in the EPL, but with issues, as Francis was saying, his lifestyle, having issues with coaches and a whole lot with his family. Pogba was doing well. I remember one time I watched this documentary and I got to understand how good he is when it comes to getting people close, his family and other stuff. So with his family issue, I was a bit surprised because seeing them in the video, how they were moving about and with these issues. But I think the 4 years is too much for him as a player coming from a difficult season from United to the Juventus team. He's trying to prove a point and injuries not helping him. And with this 4 years, I know that there would be a little bit of reduction on this thing. Maybe he will get up to 12 months, 8 months if he's able to prove with evidence that the drug given to him was from US but not given to him in Italy, and he'll get those months. But would he be back at his top form again? I'm not sure, because with injuries, his performance, even times he had a chance to play for Juventus, you could see that there's not a Pogba we used to
of
see.
color. Yeah.
Yes. So with me, I just hope he gets a reduction and he can pick his form back.
All right, moving on to our next conversation. Over the weekend, one of the most exciting yet controversial games this season across all the leagues. Now, Valencia are playing at home against Real Madrid, who are currently the lead league.
Yeah, they are leading the league.
Yes. So Valencia led the game with two goals, and then they slacked behind, and Madrid came from behind to equalize those 2 goals. But all the action was left for the end of the whole game, where there was a last minute controversy that saw someone like Jude Bellingham get a red card at the tail end of in fact, not at the end of in fact, when the game had ended, the referee still has the right to show cards and all of that. So people are arguing what led to that controversy.
It's not.
There was a last minute goal, but apparently the referee's whistle came before even the cross.
Yes. Listen.
Go ahead, Francis.
Let me tell you one thing about that. The referees, let me not even drag the assistant referees or official. The center referee basically got everything wrong. See, when Madrid overturned a defense into attack, if you knew you were going to blow from there, right? Football is in attacking phases, and it's in patches and it's in beats. The moment the ball gets to the attacking third, you don't have to call off the game. You have to allow that passage of play to go. The only point that FIFA has sanctioned on record that you can stop the game is when there is a head injury. That one, even if you are on goal, the referee can blow and no one will do him anything. But here the game was in motion, moved into attacking phase. Yes, the referee whistled before Carvajal sent the cross into the box. But should he? No, he shouldn't have. Because at that particular point in time, Madrid were in motion. And that was what got Jude Bellingham into trouble. Because he was so furious and he used F word on the referee. I just don't want to quote him. Maybe the system boys, one of them might quote him.
Yeah, maybe.
You understand? And Bellingham is a British, and British, some languages are like normal for them to use when they are angry. The F words, they use it. Like, I got the fucking ball. The fucking ball was in motion. You don't need to fucking blow. It's those things. They will use those things, and it's normal to them. But in certain part of like Ghana, if you use that word, you are insulting someone. So you can be in hot waters.
Yeah.
He forgot that he was not playing in England, and he used those words on the referee, and the referee sent him off. But I can understand his frustrations because Madrid really needed that win to be able to pull clear from Girona and Barcelona and Atletico Madrid on their show, because as of today, I think they have 7 points of 8 points on Girona. So it tells you how they want to pull away and close the La Liga, because with La Liga, you don't know what you can get on any given day. So the referees got it wrong, and I think this will go under review. Similar thing happened in the English Premier League, Liverpool versus Nottingham Forest. The owner of Nottingham Forest, Kyrgiakos, need to step onto the pitch. The referee gave him a yellow card, sent off Reed, the assistant manager, and you could tell that even today, Dermot Gallagher, the referee, said the referee's got the drop ball. That drop ball definitely is for Nottingham Forest. It shouldn't be for Liverpool. And Liverpool benefited from that, you understand? So the referee could have as well did the same thing that the Spanish referee did when the cross went into the box for Darwin Núñez to get the winning goal. He could have as well did that, but he allowed the passage of play to go. So I tell you that the referees got that one wrong.
All right, Benedict.
With me, the referee got it wrong, because football, Madrid were 2-0 down. They were coming in, and with the momentum, knowing that they want to win that game, they came to equalize, making it 2-2. And you as a referee, I know in football, if in the dying minutes, if the ball goes for a goal kick, the referee can blow the whistle, maybe a throw in, not a goal threat, the referee can just blow the whistle. But you know that Madrid were in that momentum of getting that final goal, and they had some crosses, corners in, which didn't materialize into anything good. But this one, you knew that, okay, these people were serious, and it's like you are blowing the whistle intentionally to end the game, because you don't want to even allow that cross to even get into the box, and maybe the goalkeeper grabbing it and you blowing your whistle. And I know with Jude Bellingham's issue, he had this issue with Greenwood, and with this one too coming up, he should be careful with the La Liga, especially being an English coming into this league. So I know he would still serve his ban, because if Jude Bellingham's red card is being cancelled, meaning Real Madrid's goal will be rewarded, and he would serve the ban. But going into this game, the La Liga, maybe in a way is to sell out their league too, because England has been taking all the fame when it comes to bad referee decision.
Yeah, but I mean, this PR stuff. I mean, even when Messi and
this one they be bad
and
PR.
Ronaldo were even there, they couldn't even sell out their league.
No, but you know, I understand better. The reason why, for CAF and its referees to officiate the African Cup of Nations like the way they did to perfection, what is the problem with the major European leagues? Is it that they don't have the personnel, or then they should apply the semi-automated technology like FIFA did and the World Cup?
With England, they have the chance to do that, but they don't want to do it because they want to go into games where a referee like Anthony Taylor wants to end a game that his name will be on the front papers instead of the players.
Anyway, let me come to you, Vincent. I'm thinking about this theory.
Yeah.
What if the referee also felt that if the game had gone on for a while and that goal had come, Valencia also said that time now, so but we're still playing.
Because
that's the theory.
Initially, the game, I think we had 7 additional minutes, and they played 9.
But
so it means more than 2 minutes.
There were some fouls in it.
Additional minutes, it doesn't care about fouls, it doesn't care about delays. Additional minutes. Yeah, about 7 minutes.
But referees need to be too sometimes.
Oh, but you see,
but not as much as 2 minutes.
Yeah.
No, if
Liverpool
let's take this like this. If a goalkeeper gets injured in additional time, he spends 3 minutes on the turf. You don't expect the referee to just end the game on the 5th minute. You add it up.
Given the point we answer. But then what I'm saying is additional minutes, 7 minutes.
Listen,
you have 9 minutes. And you see, no. When you watch the game, before Madrid was taking the corner, the referee now started the resonation and say he wants to blow them.
That's the problem.
So what I say.
So it was either he was after the cross or something.
After the cross. So not or point game now before the cross even went in Jude Bellingham. And Valencia could also make a case that they heard the whistle. That is why I'm players sitting now so and jumping for the ball. Jude Bellingham went alone for the ball. No, head the shame. That is the issue. But right now, what Madrid say they are appealing for Jude Bellingham's red card, Gisello's yellow card, and I think in the 76th minute, Vinicius Junior and your yellow card. They're also appealing for that distance. But I don't see La Liga or the Referees Association going to overturn Jude Bellingham's red card. That was an unsporting behavior. Because how he talked to the coach, na
it's a behavior that should be tolerated. That I agree.
It say go no, nice goal, and now was it the right decision? Was it the wrong decision? What did he referee that time? And that's on sporting behavior. No, you can't go score free. So I think say that yellow card now Madrid for appealing. No, I don't think say even if say there is some yellow card be with more over 10 years, it's going to be that Vinicius Junior owner or more appealing. But with the referee's owner, I don't know say if it's right say, and it's part of referee's fund say if there's an additional 7 minutes. Then we've played the game till the 10 minutes. Can you end the game anytime, even if a team is attacking? That is why I'm not privy to that. But if say possible so it's my point, I think say right. But if the game was like in the 96 minutes, got some seconds to 97. Oh, that one there. But you're back on 2 minutes. He owns the game. It's my point game anytime. So right. I think say it was harsh, mom. I said we are Madrid fan. I think say we are how because I don't know more cross ball no 1 point that I feel across a bit my machine and up. But one thing so say whistle no by 2 seconds. That's not Jude Bellingham and head the ball. So I think it was very close.
Referee system referee.
On that note, my young born system. I think one of the coaches that needs to be, or that is really doing very well this season is Xabi Alonso, the former Liverpool, former Real Madrid midfielder. Charlie, the guy is doing so well. 34 games.
He's a World Cup winner.
Yes, World Cup winner with Spain.
Champions League winner
with Liverpool.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
He has won Champions League with Madrid as well.
Who's his best friend?
Mikel Arteta.
No, listen, let me tell you one thing about Xabi Alonso. If you look at the new breed of coaches, right? You look at Xabi Alonso's learning curve. He's the only player. He played under Rafael Benitez at Liverpool. He played under Jose Mourinho at Real Madrid. Played under Carlo Ancelotti at Real Madrid. Played under Pep Guardiola at Bayern Munich. Yeah. Before he retired. He retired like the way Zidane retired. He didn't retire as a cockra. He was on top of his game. He just had to call it off like Van der Sar. He was on top of his game and he called it quit. So when he retired, he went back to Madrid, coached their secondary team for a season. They did very well. Zidane also went through the same process and came to assist Carlo Ancelotti before he became the head coach. So when he was going to Bayer Leverkusen, we all never knew exactly what he was going to deliver. But being it that this is his first major season with a Premier League club, let's say, if I say Premier League, like top division, Division 1 club, and his team is playing the way he's doing. For him to spot Granit Xhaka, see, we all know Granit Xhaka to be the player that over elaborates on the ball. He doesn't play the pass so quick. His decision making sometimes are not, but he pops up with brilliant screamers here. But this season, you look at Granit Xhaka, he is the heartbeat of this Bayer Leverkusen
around his play.
Look at Victor Boniface, the Nigerian striker. Basically, last season, one of the best strikers in the German Bundesliga was Patrick Schick. Yeah. Xabi Alonso recruited Boniface, turned him into a goal-scoring machine. Look at Jeremy Frimpong. Look at Grimaldo. He has basically carved this team in the mold that suits his footballing philosophy. And the ball retention of Bayer Leverkusen is their key this season in the German Bundesliga because they starve you of the ball. They stifle you of the ball when you don't have the ball. And when they have the ball, they sprung at you. They are quick. They attack you straight like this on the wings. The crossing, the movement of the attacking players in the around the penalty box. It's top notch. And people are trying to wrap their head. Funny enough, they just don't have that luxury to play in the Champions League this season because last season they didn't really qualify.
Don't you think that's one of the reasons why they
are playing in the Conference League or in the Europa League, I think. So if you look at how they are playing this season, when they click into full gear, they play with their foot on the accelerator. And they can dismantle, they can be at their devastating best. They don't fear against Bayern Munich in the second leg in the Bay Arena. We saw how basically they put brakes, clip their wings, and play to the rhythm that Bayern Munich cannot cope with. Basically destroyed them, thereby sending a marker and a signal to all their rivals that we are here to win the Bundesliga. And that is how a team plays and wins. It's like anything they touch this season is gold, and the players don't lose form. They keep getting better and better. And so far as players like Granit Xhaka and Co plays on top of their game like the way they do, trust me, as of today, they've opened a 10-point gap on Bayern Munich. I don't see anything standing in their way from winning the domestic double, which will be the DFB Pokal, the FA Cup, and the German Bundesliga.
All right, Benedict.
Xabi Alonso has been very good this season. It started last season when he took over. They were battling relegation. He came in, turned everything around. I was watching some of their games during last season, and I could see that all I was saying was that was Thomas Tuchel's Chelsea. You could see the same setup, but with his team, his wing backs are scoring goals. Frimpong now is on 10 goals, 10 assists as a wing back. Grimaldo is also on 11 goals, 11 assists. So if your wing backs are giving you these numbers, double figures, you could see that the formation is something that is really helping the team. And if you see their back line, the team is more of like the Thomas Tuchel type of with Gengen pressing. They are trying to frustrate you as soon as you take the ball. And this season, I've watched one or two of their games, and you could see that the moment they lose the ball, they are on you. They are forcing you to either lose the ball to them or kick it out for them to pick it at the backside. And one thing I'll say is he's performing really, really good. I hope he just stays for another season to build himself well, because I know clubs are coming in like Liverpool, Madrid, maybe Chelsea, other clubs are coming in, but I think those clubs come with pressure. Liverpool, there is pressure because club has built something you need to fit yourself in. Madrid, Mbappe, high profile players, pressure. Chelsea, young boys, pressure. So I want him to just
don't
stay.
forget Bayern Munich.
Bayern Munich, but I don't think he would go for Bayern Munich.
They've already made their intention that he is their priority.
Yes. So I think he should stay for another season, build himself, because last season I watched the Europa or Conference League game against Roma, and you could see that yes, he had a coach in Mourinho who could stop them from playing their game, because that game they went to Italy and they were supposed to get at least a goal to qualify. Mourinho came in that game and made his mind that yes, he wanted to play a 0-0 and he stopped them. So there are things he needs to learn, and I think he shouldn't force himself into the big clubs now.
Right, System Boy, do you think Chelsea should go for a coach like that?
I don't think it's going to work for him at Chelsea, because we saw.
At least you are being honest today.
Oh, no, yeah, because we saw
Graham Potter back, and
it's not like our own Graham Potter, but you see, there are some teams are sometimes in higher alcohol. We saw Steven Gerrard. I think
Villa.
No,
Rangers, yeah.
He won the league.
Yeah.
Fantastic season.
I think he won the league unbeaten.
Yeah, unbeaten. Oba, Aston Villa. Since we are basement, we saw Frank Lampard at Derby County scoring against Man United, FA Cup, getting to the quarterfinals. Oba, Chelsea, Basa. I mean, we've been seeing this, occasion several times. But the issue is, if Xabi Alonso is going to Chelsea, he's going to Liverpool, he's going to Bayern Munich, the players at Liverpool, Bayern Munich and Chelsea, are they going to fit in as in say how are Alex Grimaldo, Jesus Tamo, Tapsuba, Florian Wirtz, that players not are fitting in
Kosunu?
I mean, are they going to? One thing about football is, even if Xabi Alonso stays at Bayern for Leverkusen this season, right now, Jeremy Frimpong likely some of the top teams will come and buy him. But Mbappe releasing clause no call. Florian Wirtz, Chelsea have been chasing that guy since last 3 years. Injury, and I'm not going to have it. A lot of players are in their team. Basically, next season, some of the big teams are going to buy them. So next season, even if he's going to stay at Bayer Leverkusen, I think the board has to assure him these are the key players. We are not going to sell them. But Xabi Alonso coming into the Premier League, different league altogether. Is he going to bring Alex Grimaldo and Jeremy Frimpong? Is he going to bring Xhaka? Is he going to bring Boniface? It's a different thing altogether. So I think after the season, I know right now a lot of teams have been, his agents and other people are working on other teams. Maybe he could go elsewhere. But me, with what I recently with Frank Lampard, with Steven Gerrard, I feel like even if, and the Potter down there, I'm forgetting.
Graham Potter was a good coach until he came to Chelsea.
So I think say if Xabi Alonso beat me about 2 or 3 seasons at Bayer for Leverkusen, I think it will be better for him. That is me, the Mimi Hun. But I mean, Bayer for Leverkusen has been fantastic team. Right now, investors weekends, if you are betting on Bayer for Leverkusen, we don't even check the scores because in definitely they are going to deliver.
People do go to the extent of putting 5k, 10k single
because
bet on
24 matches in the Bundesliga this season. He has won 24 draws, and I mean he's been scoring a lot of goals, almost also keeping clean sheets. And you see, Sene Bennett is kind, the left wing back and the right backs, they have both contributed to 42 goals this season for Bayern for Leverkusen. It tells you how clinical the flanks in here. So if you are going to meet Bayern for Leverkusen, it means with 2 defenders, they have a lot of work to do. So I think, I mean, he's been having a fantastic season, arguably the best coach for me this season. Yeah.
All right. Well, you heard from my professionals. These guys are the guys who follow everything football, everything sports in this country and beyond. My name is Nana Kwame. Thank you so much for tuning into the show. Thank you so much for also choosing us, MYBET.AFRICA. We are the best when it comes to football content. And of course, if you want to wager, want to make some money, like the way Francis said, people are putting 5k behind Leverkusen. I don't know what you're waiting for. Just log on to MYBET.AFRICA. MYBET.AFRICA, and then you can wager there, and then you amazing bonuses, man. Charlie plays it a B pass BBN All Stars. So thank you so much for joining us. Always click on the bell for notifications anytime we drop a video. Have a great day, and I'm out.